come into this, or you have to take the help of people like us to present this one. And what they got? They got 50 lakh rupees idea to proof of concept establishing grant. Students, can you imagine? Just MSc students who has done some project. They didn't go anywhere because it's very expensive to go to IITs and all that, any other place. So they went to a nearby institute which is just close to them, and they found something interesting. That observation, they went to a field and just brought some preliminary data, and IKP helped them to present. This is not a real thing, this is a design concept. So where they received the 50 lakh rupees. So government now, after giving 50 lakh rupees, they will also expect data. So they had to work with at least 50 farmers, show that if they are earning 10,000 rupees, can you show that they will earn 12,000 rupees, minimum 20%. You can say that, they will earn 50,000 5 times. Our Prime Minister was saying that doubling farmers' income is the next, which is important. But at least 20% to increase karo. So they were able to work, and in 3 months, right, cucumber crop is a short one. Each acre they were able to get 30,000 rupees extra, each farmer, for 2 reasons. It's not that they have included organic farming, this and that, but they have not used the pesticides, they have used the trap that is developed. So what you are seeing here, without using any pesticides. And I told Daddubalapur is 40 kilometers from the Bangalore. What is there? There is an airport, and there is a lot of farmers who export from the greenhouses abroad. So when you are selling a cucumber here, kg 20 rupees, but the sending to Germany, kg 70 rupees. So they didn't do anything great, but just by using the technology, by not using the pesticides, they were able to help these farmers per acre in 3 time. For convincing these farmers, they had to agree that if you lose the crop, we will pay full money. So let's say they are getting 14,000 rupees for full farming, because they have to employ labor, water, monitor. In the end of 3 months, if nothing is coming, these students will pay them full money. That is the guarantee they had students had to give. But luckily, after this, Karnataka government gave them another 50 lakh rupees to work with 400 farmers. You won't believe, after 4.5 years, guess what is the revenue of these students? This company is called Natura Crop Care. Just a guess. I will not charge here. 50 crores. This is very optimistic. Where are you? I will come to your center or institute. If a student comes with an idea in 3 years, if we can give them 50 crores, I will join that center. 2 crores, very optimistic. For an MSc student or a group of students to coming together, having an important observation to convert into a business idea or concept, it's a very complex. We tell all great things in all programs, seminars, but we should also tell them the problems and help them. 34 crores is the revenue in 4 years for these students. Amazing, right? Of course, it's not just me. I happen to be one of the very early idea to concept grant enabler. So, we're very fortunate because they have a very nice product. And if you go to this place, you will see all the presentations, everything will be here. But these students, to get from 0 to 34 crore rupees revenue from a very remote location, IKP, BIRAC, DST, there are several programs that helped. So the idea of today's enabling such thing is also to be realistic, and we should also tell them the problems.
This kind of platelets are available in market.
Yes. Yeah. So your name, sir?
Banu Prasad.
Banu Prasad from?
Tirupati.
Institute name?
District Science Officer.
District Science Officer. Thank you, Banu Garu. Sir is asking, there are so many things in the market. What is the specialty of this one? So I thought I'll just make it very simple and broad. So most of the things in market have a chemical trap, which is very toxic, you can't just dispose. And they are made from pheromones, which have a short half-life, and they can't stay for 7 months in a field. They actually, 2 seasons, they can actually stay in the field in the summer, in the hot, no need to replace, and there is no trap required. You know why? The chemical is called chiromone. Pheromone is a chemical that insects uses to locate the food. So the cucumber pests have a sensory mechanism to locate cucumber using cucumber specific pheromones. And the advantage is pheromones are only for single sex. Here, because both male and female have to eat, right? It attracts the both the things, and in this design, once they go inside, no need to do anything. They just will be roaming around it thinking that there is food. Brain and their sensory system works in such a way that they are not like us, right? Go there and see food is not there, they just leave. So the pheromones help them just to trap there. No need to have base, all that complex thing, removing that, burning it, nothing is there. It's a very simple, it's like a pseudo food, just like diabetics patients use 0 sugars, right? There is no sugar, but so like that, the insects thinks there is food, but there is no food, and they just can't leave because the sensory system makes them trapped there. Isn't it amazing? Some students who thought, I have around 2,600 students, out of them only 193 got, I have 2,400 failures. But this is amazing, like from those 194 students who received the 50 lakh grant, this is my favorite, because when this grant program was coming up, they told, sir, they will ask us to present in English, evaluate. I said, don't worry, you should always know your weakness. You already know your weakness, that you are not good with English. Just make, that's why actually we had to send them to field, get these images. So you don't have to present. You say that my MSc project, I have fractionated, I found this fraction, I took this fraction to the, it came insects, we asked what are these insects, very specific, and then we are designing, we filed per IP. You don't need 8 minutes. You can actually tell with 10 images in 2 minutes, and everybody in the room clapped. And their confidence went up, like, sir, we thought we can't speak English. You don't, if you are not good, don't speak full sentences. Speak only words. Let the slide, right? So this is the case of the natural crop care and my favorite students. Of course, I am just promoting the program which I managed. After I came back, from Germany and UK after multiple things, I wanted to work in a place where they help actually scientists. IKP Knowledge Park is one such place where actually they enable various doctors, engineers, students. And this land was given by Chandrababu Naidu Garu in 1998 to have a place where the Indian biology people can stay back in India. This is near Hyderabad. So imagine that he fought with the cabinet to give a 200-acre campus to a private company. And that time there is no biotechnology, but he thought there is a need for a biopharma place in India. So now actually they are planning to do something in Andhra as well, but that's how government and somebody has to take risk. So he took the risk, established.
No, sir, you are saying 34 lakhs for 4 years income by selling the product or by a calculation?
By only the product. So I will tell how they are also, like lot of delegations come to IKP from Brazil actually. Okay, so they wanted to see any technologies in India that can be used in Brazil. We sent 5 of the teams, and this is one of the team, and they received business from there, multiple places such. The revenue what you are seeing is only from making the things for helping the farmers to go pesticide free foods. Throughout the world, mainly in India, 90% of the revenue is from IFCO and other dealers.
So they got the patent for formulation, and then
They got the patent for formulation, they got the patent for, they got the industrial design, they got the trademarks, they have I think around 13. They got actually best innovative agri company in Dubai in 2020 years. So they have multiple things. So this is the company wherever coming to Janam Valley, please come. Yeah, these are all the people in different places. Good thing with IKP is it's a not-for-profit company. You don't have to come to us. You, for example, Dr. Lakshmi from Mahila University received. She continued to work with Sri Padmavati Mahila University's incubation center. So wherever all these people are there, they don't have to come to IKP. They will continue to be in their institutes or incubators. There are actually 4 people from Tirupati who received this, and of course, you are seeing 700 in Hyderabad, 500 in Bangalore. It is because we have the offices, and most of the institute people come from there. But we are a sector agnostic, and no, it's not just for any single state. Any Indian student who completed graduation is eligible for most of these grant programs. Now there are some small changes. Certain grants, they are expecting you to be start a company. All those restrictions are there, but you have to find out, Yeah, I thought, instead of making you wait, I will just speak. I hope it's not very boring. Any questions, or some students will coming asking, right, I want to do this, I want to do that. I will be very happy because that is what I do. I came to IKP actually just for a testing job. In the sense that, when they told they help scientists, engineers to convert ideas into product, I was convinced which government will give. First year, I 24 students received 50 lakh grant, 12 crore rupees for normal students and postdocs, and anybody wanted to develop. I couldn't believe. So this is 7th year. So over 7 years, we had multiple programs. Now we have 390, but in the biotechnology ignition program, we have 194 students who received this 50 lakh grant. Yeah. So this is just, since I am talking so much about numbers, just for the 118 crore that they received from various sources, these students were able to generate follow-on funding of more than 4,000 crores. This is not IKP companies. These are the companies. When students came, the first grant they have received from IKP. We don't have any equity. We don't own them. We just say it is our company because we helped those students first when they were starting. Early on, it was very flexible with most of the government grants. We could actually do whatever we want to help them. Now, unfortunately, when the system comes, too many rules spoil the people who are doing very well, because they always think about people who are not doing good. Many of the government programs have so many restrictions. The focus is always to prevent cheating, to prevent stealing. The program will go sideways, but we can't do. That is the reality, right? Ma'am, how much time I can engage? I will be happy. If they are happy, you have to ask them.
Now, a few minutes. We are getting our director and registrar function. It's all confusion because of the travel that is happening.
No, there is no confusion. We are very happy. I am very happy. I don't know about them.
Yeah. He's coming, sir. He's on.
To save time, I'll still think basic thing only.
Sure.
Just students, I thought.
He wanted to introduce you, sir. That's
No,
why.
I'll be here only. Because if you want, we can stop in the middle.
Definitely.
It will save time.
Yeah, definitely.
I think better we'll start.
Thank you so much with both of you.
No. If they come in the middle, if you want, you can pause. So then we'll just get.
Yeah.
Then if they come in the middle, we can pause. In continuation to that later after, I want to give one more example.
Yes, sir.
One of Tirupati student has made one miracle water bottle. Generally, students doesn't take more water. Water bell also implemented. One student has made one water bottle having one flavor in the tip of the water bottle. One flavor each day. Their
A different flavor.
flavor, any flavor, vanilla flavor or orange flavor. They add that on the cap, on the mouth itself. When he smells that water, when he smells that flavor,
Consumption
he likes
is
to
better.
drink more
Yeah.
and more water. That indicates that generally our sensory organs stimulates,
Exactly.
that is
At least, here we have a sense of differentiating. If we want, if we don't want, we can stop. But unfortunately for the insects, once there is a sensory signal for locating food, it can't leave and go to another place.
at the end of the day, what happens to that place, sir?
They just die. They just roam, and they just die there.
Also reach out to your institution like our students if they want to join with you. So can they directly come and meet you like through
So I had given an email ID, and there is a yes, yes. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So during my session, you can take a photo, or I will be happy to give an email ID where you can write. All the students reach. So whenever there is a government call, IKP is the implementation partner for Gates Foundation, USAID, UKAID. There are like 14 such programs IKP has been doing besides DST, DBT, and various these programs. So not only IKP, you can reach to any places. Earlier we used to come very frequently to Mahila University. Now actually I moved on from the management of the grants to another program at IKP. Be very happy. Dr. Surya will be very happy. So you should always connect with a person who is in your place. Instead of Visu, Surya is the best. He is always here. You should invite him. And you have to make use of local level. Thank you for your patience.
Thank you, Vishu. Yeah.
Good morning. So, first of all, I would like to thank the organizers for having given me the opportunity to do this thing. So, what topic was given to me? Some little orientation about innovation for the students. So, I thought some undergraduate students, something will be there. But when I see here, stalwarts like Vishnath and Vamsi Krishnan, they are all there. Now it's a little embarrassing for me to speak about the basics. Okay. So, kindly bear with me because this in the FDP program, what I feel is one should always build up the case. Like the school, like a child first goes to a kindergarten, then the primary school, middle school, and then the higher secondary, and then college, and so on. So in the FDP program also, because they said it is the first day, first session, then I thought we should start with the basics, very basic thing. Then on this you can build up, and finally we can catch Dr. Vishnath for the lakhs and crores of rupees in the end. So with that intention, and more so when they said it is for the students, then I thought let us start with the very basic thing. So, yeah. Okay. So that's the thing. So there was some little, I think my understanding or their communication. I estimated only students here. Now I have very senior faculty, and already you are doing a lot of innovation entrepreneurship activities. So kindly bear with me if it's very basics, and maybe if for few of them, if it's something new, I'll be happy. At least it makes sense or for my thing. Okay. So I just wanted to know how many of you are already in the innovation or entrepreneurship journey. Just raise your hands. 1, 2, 5, 6. Okay. At least I'm glad at least more than 50% are not in that journey. Presentation might be, or the basic things what I'm talking could be little makes sense for them, and I want little interactive only. So because depends on the interactive thing only, it will really help. I am from the Padmavati Mahila University. Here we have a technology business incubator funded by Department of Science and Technology. So we are not up to the level of IKP, but we are trying to do little whatever we can do from our side. Initially, they were our godfathers. Now also they are there. Now they are with after many other things. So I'll be happy to have more interaction with you. So I think today, maybe next another 45 minutes or so, I'll just let us talk little about these three things only. What is innovation, what is incubation, what is entrepreneurship? Because unless the basic thing is very clear, what is innovation, why we should do innovation, what it will help, and what is the biggest challenge and all that. So if that is on that basic foundation, I think next 5 days program can be built. Next 5 days program can be built on the basic thing. Because I have seen only 4 or 5 people at this thing. Again, my apologies to Vamsi Krishnan and Viswanathan for the basic thing. I'll be happy if you go out for a cup of coffee and come back. Otherwise, it will be nice. So as I told you, okay. Yeah, come. No, we'll just stop other. No. You said they're already here, no? Okay, then we'll just break.
Thank you, sir. I'm inviting, sir. Yeah. Wish. A very good morning to all of you, and very good morning, sir, to Director, sir, and Registrar, sir, and our guest speakers, Dr. J. Surya Kumar Garu, and Vishwanathan, our own mentor. And this is a program which is actually in collaboration with the AICTE and MOE Innovation Cell. We are organizing, and we are very proud to say that we are one among the 2 institutions all over Andhra Pradesh to be selected by AICTE and MOE Cell to conduct this program. All of you know that this is a totally free program, and only concern is that the percolation of the motivation towards entrepreneurship and innovation among the students. So you are our torch bearers, and after the program, we are expecting that you are going to carry this to your students, train them to fulfill the great dream and vision of our beloved Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Modi ji, to make sure that all the students have to be self-sufficient, Atmanirbhar, and they should be in a position to be job providers rather than job seekers. So with this ambition and great motivation, we have started this program, and we are very thankful to our director, Professor Shantanu Bhattacharya, and our registrar, sir, Professor Vijay Mohanan K. Pillai, and we are very thankful to our 2 speakers today, Dr. J. Surya Kumar Garu, CEO, TBI, Mahila University, and our beloved mentor, Dr. K. Vishwanathan Dupatla. And he is also here to enlighten us about how to take care of these innovations and most probably inspire the students towards carry forward this entrepreneurship motivation. Thank you so much for your kind presence here. We appreciate you very well. And still some more faculty are going to join us shortly because of their difficulties in the traffic and other things. So thank you so much for your patience. And we will request now my co-PI, Dr. Amrish Saxena, the Principal Scientific Officer of ICER, to introduce our director for the sake of, you should also know about us, ICER. So welcome to Dr. Amrish. Thank you.
So, good morning all, and thanks and welcome to the FDP at ICER. And before, it's my honor to introduce our distinguished director of ICER Tirupati, Professor Shantanu Bhattacharya, an illustrious scientist, academician, accomplished administrator, and a key contributor to the national science policy. He is a globally renowned bioorganic chemist. Professor Bhattacharya has made seminal contributions to molecular design, lipid, peptides, and nanomaterials, shaping the future of chemical and biologic sciences. Professor Bhattacharya's academic journey is a testament to his commitment to scientific excellence. He completed his doctoral studies in biochemistry at the laboratory of Professor Robert A. Moss at the prestigious Rutgers University, and pursued postdoctoral studies with the Nobel laureate Professor Hargobind Khurana at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology in US. Before leading ICER Tirupati, Professor Bhattacharya served as chair for organic chemistry at the ISC Bangalore and later the director of IACS Kolkata. His outstanding contributions to science has been recognized throughout prestigious fellowships from the Indian Academy of Sciences, Indian National Science Academy, and the World Academy of Sciences. And he is a recipient of the Shanti Sarup Bhatnagar Prize, the National Bioscience Award for Career Development DBT, TOAS Chemical Science Prize, and many more. So this is a testament to his pioneering research. Professor Bhattacharya's scientific contributions spanned a wide range of areas, including amino acid and cyclic peptide design, DNA binding molecules, lipid biophysics, peptide therapeutics, anti-cancer drugs, and nanotechnology application. With an impressive record of more than 320 peer-reviewed publications and more than 18 patents to his name, he has pushed the boundaries of chemical biology, medicinal chemistry, and supramolecular soft matter and sensing technologies. Beyond his research, Professor Bhattacharya has played a vital role in shaping national science policy. He has been actively involved in formulating strategies for science education and research, ensuring that India's scientific ecosystem remains globally competitive. His contribution to policymaking have many interdisciplinary collaborating funding opportunities and talent development in India's research landscape. As an accomplished administrator, Professor Bhattacharya is deeply committed to fostering cutting-edge research and innovation at ICER Tirupati, shaping the institute to a hub for scientific excellence and interdisciplinary research. His leadership continues to inspire young scientists and all of us at ISO Tirupati. And ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming Professor Shantanu Bhattacharya. So.
Good morning. Uh, we have assembled here on the occasion of initiating faculty development program on innovation and entrepreneurship. This particular program has been envisaged by the Ministry of Education. I think there were several hundred applications, and 50 of them all over the country have been chosen, and ISA Tirupati is one among them. It was already mentioned by my colleague, Dr. Bhanusri, that institutions from the state of Andhra Pradesh have received the responsibility of conducting FDP, and the other one is Geetam University, which is a private university. So this is the only one which is aided by the government of India. So this actually provides a great opportunity. We are just about 10 years old institute. It's an institution of national importance, and therefore we have many unique things that we bring on the table to the state, particularly in the region of Tirupati, which is considered the knowledge hub of the state of Andhra Pradesh, which we are talking about in the words of our Honorable Minister, the Sarna Andhra. So this is a good opportunity in moving towards that. And I think this FDP, Faculty Development Program, is actually very close to the heart of our Honorable Minister for, bringing about transformation of the knowledge that we have in science and technology. We have a lot of strength in terms of education throughout the country. India has also demographic dividend in terms of younger population, but upskilling them to make them business employable, they can do entrepreneurship, they can be motivated to utilize their innovation for various kinds of commercial enterprise is the order of the day. I think this was one of the dreams of our honorable former President of India, late Abdul J. Kalam. He envisaged that entrepreneurship is very important. I think time has come that we must, fructify such dreams into reality. Because without this, what will happen, most of our educational courses that we utilize, that will remain confined to only, up to the textbook. It has to be applied. There are many examples throughout the world, particularly in the developed world. You will find that there are opportunities which have been created. Science is very important. Science, along with it, comes many innovation which will give you technology, and eventually that you can apply for various kinds of application. And applications are so many. There are many examples. If you go to the history, I can mention handful examples. For example, Charles Goodyear. Many of you have heard about Goodyear tire. More than 150 years ago, rubber was not available in the form of what we see today. We see that rubber is used as tire and in the wheel for automobiles. But earlier when rubber was discovered, it was found that only in the winter, during cold season, it is a solid. But in summer, it becomes a liquid. So Charles Goodyear is one scientist. working for an industry in his own way. He innovated the method, of what is known as vulcanization. Just a small amount of sulfur you dope in this rubber, natural rubber, and you bring in changes in its properties, its elasticity, its rheology, its hardness, solid behavior, and so on and so forth. And we today know we cannot even think of any vehicle without wheel. So this was done, so many years ago. Although he did not get the benefit of the innovation, but his huge generations of Goodyear, they became, millionaire through that invention. But that invention not only he did and documented, but he applied in the real life. That's what means entrepreneurship and innovation connect. So there are many examples. One can keep on going. I can mention Michael Faraday. He was a great man. Many of you have studied Faraday's laws of electrolysis while you were in your high school or undergraduate times. Again, he was originally a bookbinder. He comes from ordinary background, and he got an opportunity to work part-time in the Royal Society and the Royal Institution in London, and there he was doing development of the laws of electrolysis that we read in the textbook. And he went on to develop many devices which today, which we can use application of electrical energy for various kinds of useful value-added products. And when Minister of Exchequer William Gladstone actually visited that institution, that time Michael Faraday was giving demo. And in this demo, I think obviously the minister was not able to comprehend the value of it. And he said, "What are these newborn babies that you are showing to me?" And he said, "Someday the Prime Minister of the country will tax it. So it will be so valuable, it will be, so many products will be created, and this will be creating a profit. And in order to translate that into profit, there will be certain part of it which will actually government will utilize in the form of duty." So these are many examples. Earlier we know of Benjamin Franklin. Similarly, in our country, we have heard of Acharya Prafulla Chandra Ray, who actually created many of the products that we use in our household. These are household names, but that by him and his followers. So therefore, there is a great value for entrepreneurship and innovation. We have an innovation cell here, and our institute is also doing various kinds of novel courses that we have now introduced. These courses are not there in other ISARs or other kind of institutions. For example, I started professional master's program in artificial intelligence and data science, and also biological data science, which is not there anywhere. These are very important because industry's direct relevance is there. They can actually benefit from there by sending their people, getting trained, upskilling them with the state-of-the-art developments in those areas. Similarly, this year we are starting an undergraduate in economic and statistical sciences. Again, this is a very forward-looking program where students can get benefited. So we are keeping on adding new types of program through which not only the community can upskill, but this is a great opportunity for the people of Andhra Pradesh, and some of you actually can participate at various level, maybe professional program. We also have other kind of program where my colleagues do the skill development program. That is one thing. But the innovation, that we have an innovation cell here, and that innovate, and that particular thing through startup, you can try to put in some money, business incubation. And entrepreneurship meaning, you invest your own money against, some kind of an invention and try to make it commercially viable. So these things are possible. I think, Andhra Pradesh, earlier, prior division of the Andhra Pradesh, it has shown the way, has known worldwide for its capability. I know that from many of my friends, I heard that people were making, intermediates for pharmaceuticals and drugs in their garages. So I think the people here are particularly predisposed with the capabilities, and I think Indian Institute of Science, Education, Research, Tirupati is going to catalyze this flair of the people here with my colleagues all around. And I think there is a very well-rounded program. I just see that 5-day faculty development program on innovation and entrepreneurship. And there are many of my colleagues who will be speaking on this occasion. And I would like to urge you to take benefit of this, because this is a great opportunity. And I think have a connect with us, and we can grow together. Many of our courses, we are already started aligning with the industries, and therefore this will be a new era that will dawn on us. Thank you very much for your input.
Thank you very much, sir, for your inspiring talk. And for example, in my scientific entrepreneurship class, I always start with a penicillin example. Penicillin was actually an accident, and it was a experiment misconducted, but still we are all now actually depending on penicillin for lots of issues. So that's an example. Usually I use it in my class. So thank you very much, sir, for your kind words. Now it's my responsibility to introduce to you our registrar, Professor Vijay Mohanan K. Pillai. Sir is a leading electrochemist in India. After receiving his BSc from Fatima Mata National College. Yes, sir. Sir is highly associated with the area of chemistry, and he worked as a director for CSIR NCL. Thank you, sir. NCL Pune. And he joined ICER in 2019, and ever since he became a JC Bose Fellow of SCRB, at least this I am permitted to say. Sir is a very friendly person, and literally friend, guide, philosopher for a lot of us, and a very, very comfortable person and very motivating person, encouraged a lot of things, and without him most of these programs will not happen. So I invite now our beloved registrar sir to say some words about the FDP. Thank you very much.
Dr. Surya Kumar, CEO of the Innovation Center at Padmavati University. Dr. Vishwanadam, IKP knowledge partner from Hyderabad. He has just, I think he wanted to talk to our director, just went out. And Professor Banisri Reddy, Dr. Ambarish, and many of the participants. Good morning to you. It's a little bit delayed, but I'm sure that our guest distinguished speakers are here. So at the outset, let me thank both Dr. Surya Kumar and Dr. Vishwanadam for sparing their time to come and educate all of us about innovation and entrepreneurship. I'm sure you will learn more from them. I won't talk more on that, but innovation always means, to innovate. Think out of the box. But you have to ask them, where is the box? So we don't see any box. It is in our brain. The boundaries which are conventionally there come out of that. So there are many, many examples. There are success stories which they will share with you. But what concerns us is, India, we have now the largest population. But in terms of innovation, we are nowhere. Why is it we don't know? There is a global innovation index given by certain institution in collaboration with the Cornell University. Our position in terms is very poor. I don't know, maybe the speakers will tell you, last year we were 40, this time we have become 39. Global ranking. In population, we are number 1. So why is it that our people are not able to innovate? Innovation index is number 1 for Sweden, Switzerland, US, Singapore. We can never come, these 39, 40, I don't know. At the same time, of brain power. All the software in the world, most of them comes from India. And Andhra Pradesh is again a very important contributor in terms of all the software knowledge. So what is it is us to think out of box. Why are we so comfortable with whatever we are doing? Faculties will come, teach next generation students, but coming out of those conventional things, risk-taking, government provides a lot of opportunities. Ministry of Education has an innovation council, CEO, I think Dr. Abhay Jera is there. There is a particular CEO only for AICT institutions. So government is providing sort of support for innovation. Every faculty they want to come up with new ideas, new methodologies, and some of these ideas should generate revenue. You become an entrepreneur. Government also has soft loans. Sometimes there are even to some extent there are without interest itself funds are available. So the ecosystem for creative ideas, new ideas, is so much of it, but somehow we are not able to catalyze this. Maybe some of us are old, especially people like me, but younger students are more bold. They will be more interested. So as a faculty, our job is to nurture them, to inspire them. Maybe we are more comfortable with our family, with our setup, but people at 20, 24, 21, 22, give them a daring idea. They would go, they will be very passionate. This is where the success stories have come. There are many stories I will share with you. One of the Punjabi young guy who saw washing machine and thought of making lassi from washing machine, became a great innovator. All of us do washing machine, use it. But we could never think about how a washing machine could be used to generate lassi on a such a large level. There were problems. Problems are there. Nobody will like to drink lassi from a washing machine. You should show only, don't show the washing machine part. Washing machine means mind is accustomed to laundries, detergents. So that image will hamper. It is a major impediment. But you only look at the tap outside. You open, lassi comes out. What is inside? Maybe a washing machine, but it is an innovative way of generating lassi. This is one example. So our students are very good in these ideas. A student who goes for sugarcane juice sees what is happening to all the sugarcane, the waste. Many people put it in a truck and dump it on the road. So a student thinks, no, this is very good for fiber reinforced. Hollow brick factory, he will go talk to them, say that can I try 10 fiber hollow brick with this waste coming from sugarcane waste material. And he will make a brick out of it, compare with a normal brick in terms of tensile strength, in terms of mechanical properties, thermal stability. If everything is there, he is ready to put his life on that. While faculty is like, no, we don't want to even go to think about it. So there are several such grassroots level innovators, but they are not very confident. As a faculty, our job is to support them. We need not support financially, but there are mechanisms. But the idea, that is what is important. So there are hundreds of such ideas we are all capable of, but we just dismiss them. That is where thinking out of box comes. I'm sure these type of programs will help us a lot to make us aware and spot talent in young children. They just think, they don't worry about, like us in so many things. Those anxiety is not there with them because they have a huge life, they take risk-taking. So these type of programs, workshops, with their intent or the objective as well as the implemented strategies. And now Ministry of Education has a full-fledged program. There is a network of all these idea, incubators, hackathon, many activities. I'm sure this workshop will help all of us get insight into the program. And we have got, trained and we have got knowledgeable people. So I once again thank both Dr. Surya Kumar and Dr. Vishwanathan for spending their time with us. I also would like to thank Dr. Banisri and Dr. Ambarish because ours is an education institution with our academic program goes on clockwise, nothing, no change happens. Exams, scheduling. In fact, 28th is our foundation day. I requested Madam that 28th foundation day program will be there. There are speakers such as T.V. Ramakrishnan, who is almost equivalent to a Nobel laureate in physics. He comes to give a talk, then Professor Pune. So those programs do not get overlapped, but we have enough time. We have also other speakers. So with this, I wish all the best for this faculty development program on innovation and entrepreneurship. I'm sure that we will also look at the follow-up after the workshop what impact we are going to make it. Okay, so maybe after a year we will look at some of you and see whether, and if you need any help, please feel free and come to us. With this, I would like to thank all of you for your time. That this today you will have very stimulating talks from some of those acknowledged experts with success stories. Thank you all.
Now I request our registrar sir to fill this.
Sorry to keeping you hold. Yeah, my. Sir, no, sir. छोड़ दीजिए सर.
So next we have our chief guest for the occasion today, and this is an absolute honor to introduce you all and welcome our distinguished leader in the pharmaceutical innovation ecosystem, Dr. J. Suryakumar, who is also a chief guest. Dr. Suryakumar brings an illustrious career spanning over 3 decades in pharmaceutical research, manufacturing, and entrepreneurship development. His expertise has shaped the success of leading pharmaceutical companies, including Orchid Pharma, Dr. Reddy Laboratories, and Lupin, where he played a pivotal role in R&D, novel formulation, development, and regulatory compliance, leading several FDA and MHRA audits. Currently serving as CEO of the Technology in Business Incubator at Padmavati Mahila Vishwavidyalaya, Tirupati, Dr. Suryakumar has been instrumental in nurturing innovation, supporting startups, and securing key funding initiatives like the Startup India Seed Fund and the Nidhi Prayas. His contribution has been widely recognized, including the Leadership Award from the Indian Express Group for outstanding contributions to pharmaceutical R&D. With 18 patents filed and over 35 publications, he has left an indelible ink mark on the industry. Beyond his corporate and academic roles, he is a mentor, advisor, and active member of the prestigious organization Indian Pharmaceutical Association, the American Association for Pharmaceutical Scientists, and his expertise continues to influence academia, serving as an examiner for many doctoral programs across India's top universities. We are privileged to have him here, sir, today, and please join me in extending a welcome to Dr. J. Suryakumar. Thank you.
Am I audible? This mic is working? Okay. Thank you. So again, we'll start back from where we left. And as I informed earlier, because this is first session, first speaker, I thought we'll start from the kindergarten basic thing, and then maybe in the 5 days, you'll be really experts in all the field, depending on what all speakers they try to share with you. Okay? So then, more than 50-60% they are not in the innovation entrepreneurship. The first time they are there. I think, as I told you, start with what is innovation, what is incubation, and what is entrepreneurship. Basic thing. Because unless the basics are clear, difficult to finally make. Then you should be clear what to do. Once you are clear what it is, then it will be to help you to understand what to do. Okay. So it will be more an interactive session only. So under 45 minutes we'll have an interactive session. So I just will stop here. I just want everyone to tell what is innovation. So each one will have their own definition. So each one has their own definition. So maybe you can also come this side so that my neck, it will save my neck and all that. So I can cover into session. So I request each one of you to tell what is innovation. Because we should be clear what is innovation. Then, because definitions can be different. It doesn't vary much, but only what words we use. Okay. Is this mic working or am I only? Okay. Is it because of the mic or my voice? Mic. I think otherwise I'll prefer that because I have a sore throat. So. This is more powerful. Yeah. Speak slowly. Yeah. So now I just want each one of you to tell what is innovation. So he says it's a gap. See how many difference now? He says a gap, new features. Okay, next. What is it? To make more convenient and comfortable. Okay. Next. Creative ideas into products. See, 4 definitions have come. He says gap, features, comfortable, new creativity. So 4 definitions have already come. Finding solution to in a unique way. Okay, next 5th definition. See. Sorry, madam. Solution for a need. 6th definition. Identifying something. Okay, good. 7th definition. See how many. Simplify the work. 8th definition. See, for one this thing we have so many definitions. I'm not telling all are wrong. I'm not telling all are right. Around the bush. Sir, what is innovation means you're telling in, so you're telling you're telling 3rd day definition. I am telling what is innovation. We just say what is your name, you have only one word answer. Like this. Reducing time and reducing the cost. So that is innovation. Okay. So you can see how many 9 definitions we got. Make possible what is impossible. So that is innovation. So see, so we got 10 definitions. Now we are talking what is innovation. Okay. So you are talking about what is invention, discovery. That is different. So 10 definitions we got. All of you heard. And whatever you tell, speak loudly so that everyone can understand. So someone said gap. Someone said making life easy. Someone said creativity, someone said something impossible, offerable, useful. So, but I don't think any definition is clear answering what is innovation. That's the reason I thought we'll start with that, then you can do that part. New and different approach. So suppose it is not existing, then there is no innovation for you. Then no. I'm telling is whatever definition you are telling, you challenge yourself. You are telling something improvement which is already there. So something is not there at all, then that means there is no innovation for you. New product, new service. So it is about successfully, I'm not telling these the 100% perfect, there are so many definitions. Successfully implementing a new idea, and this no one has told. Your most important thing is creating value for your customers. That is very, very important. Otherwise, there is no innovation at all. There is no innovation at all. Main reason is successfully implementing a new idea. Suppose I come out with a new pen, which will write for next 100 years. No need to change the refill. No need to add any ink. So one pen I buy, my whole, one boy goes to school first class, give him one pen, lifespan, which will not be more than 100 years, he can write with that pen only. And the cost of the pen rupees 2 lakhs. Highly innovative pen, no? Highly innovative, isn't it? But he's writing for 100 years, that pen. You fall under it, unbreakable, everything. Great innovation it is. And the cost of the pen is only rupees 2 lakhs. So what is the business that you will get? Is there a value for your customer there? Doing innovation is not sufficient. There should be a value. There should be value. Without value, customer or stakeholder, there is no meaning of, there is no value for innovation. Okay? So that's what I said. I invented a new pen, right, for 100 years, but cost is 2 lakhs. What is the value? How much business will I get? How much it is useful to the society? How many can buy? Whatever innovation you do, it should be useful to everyone who is involved with that. Everyone. Everyone should be useful, or there should be impact on that. Greatest invention recently what we had? Last few years. Greatest invention. Because of that we are all alive here. COVID, corona vaccine. If the vaccine is made and is only suitable for 10 people in India, then what is the use? What is the value it has made? Everyone, almost 70-80% Indian population took that COVID vaccine developed by Bharat Biotech. Or whatever, maybe the companies, whatever it is. So that's a value. Value doesn't mean only money. It means it will be useful to the society. It should be useful to society. Then only there is a value for innovation. That's why I'm starting with the basic definition. Don't misunderstand. Unless these basic things are clear, you cannot build up the case next 5 days. That's why I asked them to give me the first session first. Okay? So, it's about implementing new ideas. Yes, agreed. But the value for customers is very, very. Otherwise, there is no meaning at all. As I told you, I have made a great pen, but it's of no use. Then what is the meaning? Okay? So any doubt you have, please stop immediately. We'll do that. Next, why innovation is important? Why we should do it all? So why we should do innovation? First we saw what is innovation. Now we said why is innovation so important? Why we should do innovation at all? No? We are happy.
Sustain in the market. For the companies to sustain in the market.
I'll prove you are wrong. Okay? Is it only for the companies to sustain? No, I don't agree with you. For sake of mankind. To improve living standards. Okay? Okay? Living standards doesn't come free of cost. Isn't it? Okay? You are going on a cycle, now you come in a car. Living standard is increased but doesn't come free. Okay, next. To generate more money. Okay. Development. Okay. Little louder, please. Solve new problems. Better service for the population. Next. Business growth. Next. Time management production, what is their innovation? I do operational excellence, that is enough. Operational excellence, time management is great. You cook at home. No madam, you are cooking at home. Instead of 1 hour cooking, you plan in such a way that you do cooking in half an hour. Time management is done. Where is innovation there? Sorry, I'm not trying to discourage your decisions. I'm also trying to explain why you are wrong and how you are wrong. Sorry? To meet the market requirements, okay? Customer satisfaction. See how many definitions are coming for one single statement. For what is innovation, we got 10, 12 definitions. Why is important? Again, we are getting 10 or 12 versions. Because each one is thinking in a different way. That's good. It is good only. I'm not telling, no one is 100% correct, no one is 100% wrong. We are all around that only. We are going around like the planets. Environment system. So anything which is not related to environment is not innovation. You said environment sustainability, innovation is not related to environment. Is it not innovation? I'm challenging your own statement. So that you will introspect whether my statement is right or wrong. Meer cheppinde, whatever you tell only, you analyze whether it is right or wrong. So environment sustainability. So some innovation is there, no related to environment. This first time this has come. In what way is related to environment? That means there is no innovation. So worldwide challenges. Okay. Okay. Sorry? Only time saving. Only time saving is innovation. Okay. So innovation can add significant value to your business, finding more profitable ways, introducing popular new products or services, or optimizing your operations. So in the innovation, why? It's because it can add new products, can add new services, or it may optimize newer operations. Okay. Can someone give example of new services which we are most of us almost daily we are using it? Sorry? E-commerce, okay, one, good. Sorry? Mobile phone is not a service, no sir. Mobile phone is a new technology which has come. Self-service. What is innovation in self-service? Self-service, you are doing something for yourself. Sorry? That's again you go into technology. I'm talking only about service. Innovative service. There is no technology, innovative service. So you told e-commerce, okay. Anything else? Anything else? Online education, okay. All of us, every house these days, maybe ladies can tell better. This service, innovative service is a new thing. Innovation doesn't mean always developing a new product only. Developing a new service. I'm telling you, always innovation doesn't mean I'm developing always something new product only. It is always about innovative service also, which is mind-boggling. It is revolutionizing everywhere. Everyone use, I think some examples, if I tell, I'm sure everyone using at some point or the other, if not daily, frequently. Every house. This much clue I'm giving. Sorry? Your good name? Your little louder. Apollo University. Okay. I think we should be clapping for her. Swiggy Zomato is the biggest innovative service. Was it there earlier? No. Is there a product there? No. It's only a service. How it has come? So innovation doesn't mean you always need to develop a product. Innovation is identifying the gap. Your good name, madam? Asha. So today, for example, is Asha's birthday. For example, today is her birthday. And then she wants to give a big party to all of us in the evening. Okay. So she's willing. So she will give us a big party in the evening. From here we wanted to go, but heavy rain outside. but she wants to give a party from some Minerva Hotel or from Taj Hotel. What she will do? We'll all sit here only and the food will come to us from the same hotel. From where it's coming? Swiggy, Zomato. Was it there earlier? Maybe she has celebrated many birthdays. Her intention to give parties was there right from the childhood. Hotels are there since hundreds of years. But how this has come? This is just identified the gap. So Asha is here, Minerva Hotel is there. That gap they have identified. Sorry? See, round of applause for him next. Your good name? From? A college. School. Very good. Very good. He's telling another one is Ola and Uber. Excellent. That's another. That's why I said two services. I said everyone is using that. If not Ola, Uber, Rapido, whatever it is. So was it there earlier? No. Some middle class family is there. For example, sorry, Asha is from a very low middle class family. Today is her birthday. Her parents want her with family. They want to go to a hotel. They don't have a car. They don't have a driver. But they still want to go in a chauffeur-driven car. How? Then came Ola and Uber. Was it there earlier? No. Do they have cars? No. Do they own hotels? No. So that's an innovative service. So how this has come? Again, they have identified a gap. Asha birthday is there. The Minerva Hotel is there. Now this is not the food. They want to go there in a chauffeur-driven car. Their parent, brother, sister and all that. All Uber has come. So what they have done? So between them there is a gap. So that gap they have plugged. Sorry? Many things are there. I'm telling biggest thing which I identified the gap, everyone is using these days. That's why I gave those two. Now there is no life without Ola, Uber. Anyone going to airport, they have to use it. In most of the houses you see now, at some point they depended on Swiggy, Zomato, because some pressure issues or work issues, whatever it is, or the kids' choice and all that. So innovation is not only identifying making a new product. It's always a service also. I put Ola, that's what, they are the same brothers and sisters. So that's the reason they are identifying a gap. Identify the gap, then the innovation comes. It did not be doing a new product. Where is the new product there? Ola, Uber, there is no product there. Product in Swiggy, Zomato, there is no product there. Only they identified the gap. Hotel is there, customer, you pull the gap. Some destination is there, customers are there. Ola, Uber, they're transporting. See? So innovation need not have any new product at all. It can be new service also. That is the reason. Okay? Then what is the right mindset needed for innovation? Everyone cannot do innovation. I cannot do innovation. Only I teach about innovation. So what is the right mindset needed for innovation? First we seen what is innovation. Next he said why it is important. What is coming out. And third thing is, what is the right mindset needed? Can everyone do innovation? Yes or no? Yes. Then we'll be the number one in the world, if that is possible. But everyone cannot do innovation. They think that it is not innovation. So what is the right mindset needed? More creativity, more willingness to take risks. Typical projects are there, but more risk is taken. When corona vaccine was first developed, what is the biggest risk he is having? Suppose you give that vaccine and some percent Indian population died. You can imagine the pressure that he has when they are developed. But you should have the taking risk ability, but with confidence on the technology. All are required. To successfully realize innovation product, totally different mindset, normal mindset will not work. Because otherwise, what I will do? Hotel is there, this is there, today is my birthday, Asha will say, sorry, heavy rain is there. So I want to take you to the hotel. Sorry, heavy rain I cannot do. What she also cannot do, no? She wants to give birthday today. Asha. Hotel birthday is there, yes, heavy rain, this is 30 kilometers away. How can I take you all? Sorry, I wanted to give a birthday party, I cannot give. Chapter closed. At any cost, I want to give birthday party. Then you start thinking, then Ola will come to your mind, you only will start thinking about that service. So always different mindset is needed. Next biggest thing. What is the biggest challenge in innovation? Implementation. I'll prove you are wrong. Madam, sorry, you are wrong. Don't misunderstand. Next. You are also repeating my own answer. You are wrong. I'm telling number one challenge. What I'm talking is about, for example, you go to any hotel and you order South Indian thali. What is the basic thing which will be there? Hotels, from each hotel to hotel, the dishes might vary. But what is the basic thing there in the South Indian thali? Rice. So that is a basic thing. You may have different curry, her hotel will have different curry, her hotel will have different curry, his hotel will have different curry. But basic rice, I'm talking that basic definition, basic challenge. What you're telling is all curries and sambars. Sorry? Fund. Again you are talking. Collection of the information regarding inputs. Your question is very vague. Ground level reality, no. Validation, no. Okay, let us see. No. Identification ideas. 50% right, 50% wrong. What, Asha? Your birthday today? Implementation. Again, that is a curry or sambar for me. I want rice. Basic rice. Readiness of? That is tertiary. That is not even sambar, curry, somewhere else you are talking. Needs and wants of populations. Okay. What is the box? Sorry? That is again curry or sambar for me. I want rice, basic rice. I think 3 people gave this thing. 1, 2, 3. I think we should clap for them. This is the biggest thing. First to identify the problem for then innovation comes separately. Basic rice. Corona is a problem. Then the vaccine comes. Isn't it? I cannot change the slides physically. That's a problem. Then came the solution. I think Ramajyoti also told about this answer. Yeah. So first you should identify the problem. Then first in our all school days we used to write with the ink pen. Is a problem. Ink falls on the paper or water falls, it goes. Then came the ball pen. Then there is no problem with that. So first you need to identify the problem. If you don't identify the problem, there is no innovation at all. Isn't it? So Corona is a problem. Then came the vaccine. You did not have a solution. Vishwanath sir came, now my tension started. I cannot speak. He is stalwart. So the biggest challenge is the identification of the problem. Unless you identify the problem, there is no innovation at all. Don't think too much about things. First you identify the problem only. Then the innovation automatically comes. Okay? And we said we need to identify the problem that is the biggest challenge in innovation. And where are these problems? You have to identify the problem, we said. Okay. We said identification of the problem. You the problem? Where are the problems? Society. Don't give examples, sir. I am telling where are the problems. We don't want example. Where are these problems? I'm asking. Anyone else? Where are these problems? Environment. No, daily life. Starts in our home. Sorry? People are the problem. Better avoid them. We'll go to the forest. They are facing the problem. So people are the problem. People are the problem. So why to face the problem? Better avoid. People. No, I said, where are the problems? So, but go to a forest where the animals are there, then no problems for us. So, problems as told by, I think he is telling, your good name told, Subramanian Sharma. So, some people have told. So, problems are around us like the Wi-Fi. We are surrounded by problems. We are surrounded by problems. Right from the day we get up and start brushing our teeth till we sleep, we are surrounded by problems. We are facing n number of problems. But the only thing is we don't realize, we don't observe. And some problems we try to solve, we start but we leave it because we feel we cannot solve it. Some problems we don't even attempt because we think that is not our problem. Some problems we don't even realize there is a problem. Hurry, there is a problem here. We don't even realize there is a problem. Some problems we realize, that's it, why ignore it? Because it is not related to me. Some problem, we start doing, halfway through we leave it because we feel, again it's not related to me, I cannot do it. How many problems are we trying to solve completely? It could be very small, it could be very big. There, Asha birthday and then the hotel, there is no problem there actually. But some gap is identified and that is solved. How Ola, Uber has come, Swiggy, Zomato. So these problems are around us only. Only thing is we need to identify which we don't identify. If we don't identify, then how the innovation comes? People only identify only, they can this thing. Already you have seen 11-year-old boy met our chief minister. He's done something on AI. So his identified problem, he says in 7 seconds he can tell whether the heart problem is there or not. 7 seconds. There is no tool till now to tell that. So he has a problem there. Isn't it? So once corona is a problem, then the vaccine comes. So don't bother about the solution at all. Solutions will come, 100 solutions will get. So the same problem is corona. For that, 4 or 5 varieties of vaccines have come. DNA, RNA, n number of vaccines have come. Isn't it? So there is some n number of antibiotics are there. That is a solution. But the problem is the infection. How to solve it? So solutions, don't bother about solutions. You will get 100 solutions. But the biggest challenge in innovation is only problem identification. If you identify the problem, solutions will come. You may not have a solution. You go with the correct problem, Vishwanathan will give you a solution, Dr. Vishwanathan. I am telling you with experience. But the identification is a problem. For example, many people now they are differently able. How they are going? They are going on a yes or no? That is not our problem. By God's grace, we have 2 good legs and hands. So, are we thinking anything for them? No. That is not my problem. Whenever I look at it in differently, I have sympathy. That's all. There ends my thinking. It's my thinking and my responsibility towards him. Oh, thank God you gave me good legs. Poor fellow, he is not having. That's all. After that, anything else, I never thought. Has anyone thought anything more than that? Please tell me, I'll be happy. No. So someone thought, and he first made a wheelchair. So how much help it is for them? Wheelchairs manually pushing the wheels. Then came with motorized wheelchair. Yes or no? Now some boy from IIT Madras, he developed a new wheelchair. How they cannot take books, something from this at a higher height. So that wheelchair will go, it will press a button, it will take little like a ladder. They can pick up books and all that, press the button, it will go down, and then he'll move on. So another problem solved. Another problem is solved. Then, has the problems ended there? Is anyone thinking, what Asha madam, have you thought about this? No. I also not thought, I'm admitting. Then, so what more problems they are having? You just take one problem, see how many problems are behind that. Differently, the person cannot move from one place, wheelchair came. He cannot pick up from the shelf, one more solution came. Then, one doctor from Pune, who is with us, incubated at us, he is developing a wheelchair which can climb the steps. Did we think about that? No? Oh, he is moving from one place to another, he is picking up something from the shelf. There ends the matter. Can he climb steps? Can you go from ground floor to first floor without lift? No. So he is developing a wheelchair which climb the steps. See, he has identified another problem. So for one major problem, there are n number of satellite problems also attached to that. So then identify the problem. No? It is there. Did we identify it? No. Wheelchair is there. He is going up and down, moving, that's all. How that person can climb the steps, we didn't think. Like this, n number of problems could be there. So though that is the reason why I'm taking a lot of time is, identifying the problem is the biggest challenge. If you identify, then the innovation comes automatically. Corona identified, vaccine will come automatic. So, but if you don't identify the problem, nothing can be done. Okay? That's why I spent here. Then, as you said, for the innovation, you have to break the rules. With traditional approaches, the typographical, you will not get anywhere in the field of innovation. Traditional approaches. Okay, he is there, a wheelchair is moving from one place to another, that's it. That's a traditional approach. But you have to think totally different. Challenge the status quo consistently. This is very, very important. You challenge the status quo consistently. Because what is its present status? Status quo is the present status. For this differently abled person is going on a wheelchair. That is the present status. You go on challenging. What problem is facing? What else can we do to improve his life? Everyone said, no, so many problems, so many things. So you go on challenging it consistently. Challenge the status quo. Status quo is the present thing. You go on challenging it. What's the present problem? Asha birthday today. Birthday party has to be given. What to do to solve the problem? Then Swiggy Zomato comes. How to go to the hotel? I don't have a car. I don't have a driver. What to do? Then comes Ola, Uber. So go on challenging. So the present person, he cannot move. He cannot climb the steps. Go on challenging, then more and more problems you can identify. You have to challenge yourself. Then the innovation automatically comes. Go on challenging it. Okay? For example, we were all sitting on the floor only. We don't have anything. All hundreds of years, everyone sitting on the floor. And the office, school, whatever it is, like the olden days. Then someone said, very difficult. Then he came out with a first time chair. So first time new chair was done where instead of sitting on the floor, then they can sit. Then Subramanian Sharma came and said, Madam developed a chair, but my chair is having wheels. Next innovation. Identified a problem, the chair cannot move. Then he comes out and says, chair is there, chair with wheels is there, but I am coming out with the chair which is revolving. Next version. Okay, next. These are all waste because you have a chair which is having wheels, which is having revolving. At the end of the day, everyone is getting severe back pain, sitting for 8 hours, 10 hours. I'll come out with a chair with very good ergonomics. So, first you thought only chair, then first she said only wheels, then is revolving, then she came out with that good ergonomics. See how many problems are identified for the solutions coming for the same problem. So that's why you go on challenging the status. Why status quo challenging me? Chair is there, this is there. But getting back pain after a few hours. Gone. So what to do? So good ergonomics. So for everyone, why please teaching faculty go back and tell your students all this. Okay? So explore new paths, collect ideas everywhere, and constantly new ideas are needed. This is very, very, very important. Explore new paths, new ideas, what to do. Go on challenging the present situation. Unless you challenge the present situation, nothing can be done. Okay? Change the concepts. The present normal concepts will not work. You have to change. You have to go on changing your concepts. Go on changing something new. As rightly said, out of the box thinking. So our box is our mind only. But go beyond that. Okay. Optimize new strategies. And then believe in the impossible. Because what is not possible, can you ever think that a different level person climbs steps? That is impossible. Isn't it? So when at home, I'll get that food to home without sending any person from my side. So many things. Anytime they think that without even looking at that, I can change the slide. That is impossible. Now which has become possible now. Did you anyone think that there will be international space station? All these days they're talking about Sunita Williams so much. So what is the possible thing? Isn't it? Yes. So and next another important thing is you need to imagine how your innovation looks like in reality. Oh, this wheelchair which will climb the steps like in reality. Then only you will know that the importance and whether it will work or not. So if you imagine your product in reality, then only you will get this thing. That you will be able to overcome all the obstacles, and for the innovation you need to have people with different mindsets. With different mindsets that are very, very important. Because I think in one angle, see how 12 definitions have come for innovation. Each one is thinking in a different way. So 140 crores population in India. So that many minds. Probably the same, but each one will think in a different way. So if you have a team of people, I think someone said finance, someone said this, some other problem, someone said some other thing. So all the 5 you put together, you'll get a great definition for innovation. What all you told, all are correct only, but not 100%. So you need to add A, B, C, D, E. Then you get the final definition. So like this, you should have a team with different individuals with different mindsets, different thinking styles. And diversity comes in diverse ways of thinking. But there are a team of 5 people, each one thinking in a different way. Maybe someone is a finance, someone is a biotechnology, someone is some manufacturing expert, whatever it is. Then all the 4 or 5 people, if they start thinking in a different way, then only the innovation can happen. Because the best thing will come. I'm not telling innovation not happen with one person, but all the 360 degrees. Because I cannot see my hand from here. You can only see. Then you will tell something better. Okay. So next, I'll just something. What are the different types of innovation from the business point of view? Okay. One is a process. So where in the innovation, they improve the process, existing process. Is there, it is manufacturing be 1 mic per day. You improve the process and making 10 per day. There's some process innovation you have done. Okay. Continuous improvement, this thing. And there is a product. So many new products. First time, landline phone was there. In our younger days, then came the mobile phone, 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G. That's improving. New products are coming. This remote is a new thing. Pointer is a new thing. So new products are coming. Then the services we have seen. Swiggy, Zomato, Ola, so many things. E-commerce, so many. So it's a new another one. And this on the business model. The thing, in the business model also you can do a lot of innovations to improve your business. There may not be any technology involved. Mostly technology is involved in the product, new products that develop, technology will be there. And then there you're doing the process improvement, services, and then business model innovations. Okay, this is from the business point of view. These are the various types of innovations. And then another thing is another way of definition of the innovation is about the incremental innovation. Incremental innovation. So here x-axis is the technology, y is the market. If you see, II is the incremental innovation. So you are giving little higher innovation to the existing market only. Okay, you had a normal phone, mobile phone, then you came into a smartphone. So market is the same. We all use normal mobile phone. We used to have only send SMS. Then the smartphone. Again, we are only using it. So it's an additional incremental innovation to the existing market only. That is incremental only. Then comes the architectural innovation. Here you are offering the same technology to a new market. So your architectural innovation, third one, to different markets. No. So same technology, same product, you are going to a new market. Then comes the third one is the disruptive innovation. Totally new technology you are making. For example, smartphone is already there. Android is there. Then came the iPhone. That's a totally disruptive technology. Even if you want, you cannot attack the virus. It will never hang, iPads and all that. So from that Apple company. So totally disruptive technology has come. Even though the technology is already there, totally disruptive technology has come. And then comes the radical innovation. Hundreds of years we are all traveling by road or by sea. Did anyone imagine that we can fly in the air? First time that aircrafts. That's it. That's a radical innovation. Then once a flight came, did anyone think that we can go to space, live there? Several radical innovations, which we even cannot even imagine. That become reality. So then, what is the value for this? With later time, only these two will survive. These two will be washed out in the span of few years. Who wants incremental innovation? This phone, a little better one. It might be there, but no business. But finally, these two things only will survive. Here, where there is a technology also new, market also will get new. Otherwise, it doesn't serve the purpose. Okay. Next, we'll just see one innovation we talked a lot. As a next thing on the incubation. So where did you hear this word incubation? Somewhere you must have heard this word incubation. Most of everyone. Sorry? Hospital. For what? Why? No. So what does that do? What does incubator in hospital do? What does it do? What does it do? Regulates the environment for the proper growth of the baby. Okay, so one definition is it regulates the environment for the proper growth of the baby. Okay, likewise, in the incubation, or now we call as incubators. Okay, that also same thing, it is the same. We provide, the incubators provide the right conditions. There it is providing the right conditions for the baby to survive and grow. Here we are substituting the word baby with a startup or innovators. So where in the incubators we provide the right conditions for the innovation to survive and then grow. But innovation just cannot come. I want to make a new pointer. You need some equipment, money, you need some mentoring, you need some training. So where is it? All available in the incubators. So that's the reason incubator will provide the right conditions for your innovation to survive and then grow. Grow means to make the reality the product. So it helps in converting your ideas into products. That is incubator. The same meaning what we are using in the hospital is exactly the same here. There it is the baby, here is the innovation. It's exactly the same. Hope it is clear. Okay. Next, last thing, we'll talk about entrepreneurship. He said innovation, incubation, and entrepreneurship. Okay, we saw what is innovation, how it is to be done, what is the challenge, all that we have seen. Once this is basic thing is done, then all you can catch up all the big things, what is to be done. Okay, so entrepreneur, first French word, it came with the from start. Entrepreneur do, you produce a new product, sells and markets, bears overheads, because while making the product, he has to pay rent, land, wages and all that, and then later generates profits. So entrepreneur has to do all this to develop the products. Okay, next. And he was the one who combines all the factors of manufacturing, processing raw material, converting raw material, creates utility, and then finally entrepreneurs are not this. They are born. Because like the innovation, a person who does innovation is called as an innovator. The person who is doing business to sell all this is an entrepreneur. Who is an innovator need not be an entrepreneur, or entrepreneur need not be an innovator. But there could be both. Like Dr. Krishna Ella, who is an innovator, made corona vaccine and is doing business also. But some people are there who are only, I don't have any business mindset. I only develop products and give it to Asha, she is an entrepreneur, she will sell and give money to me. That's all. Subramanian Sarma is only innovator, she is only an entrepreneur. But there could be someone like him who does both. I does the innovation and I only do the business. So there is no rule that there will be three varieties of people. Only innovators, only entrepreneurs. Only entrepreneurs are there. They don't do any innovation. They'll tap wherever innovation is there. He may not do, but he does business. Elon Musk, what is doing? He's not doing innovation. Wherever the money is buying all the innovation. Everywhere. Wherever innovation is there, he goes and he buys it. That becomes his. Okay? So finally, entrepreneurs, they are not born, they are made. Okay? I think the basic thing. So the main entrepreneurship, he may do innovation, but he has to take their big risk. He has to have a big vision. Business is different, innovation is different. Total, now we are talking on the business side. He can do innovation, there is no option, it is optional. But risk taking is a must, should have a big vision, organizing skill, and he should have the willingness to develop, organize a big venture with many risks to make a profit. And entrepreneurship is never successful at all. And entrepreneurship is nothing but starting a new business. Okay? Just last 2-3 slides on the current scenario. India is growing, so startup scenario is going. Anyone, the innovation who starts a company is called a startup. That's the definition. You have an innovation I want to do. So for that, you want to register a company, that's a startup. Okay? Ecosystem is raised. Once you have a startup, see how much funding it has raised. What Dr. Viswanathan was telling. So 5 billion was raised in the early stage, 32 billion was raised in the growth stage, and 97 billion was raised. So once you have innovation, then you can raise a lot of money. If people, they give money for you to grow. They themselves will come, provided you have the innovation. 2024, 12 billion was raised by Indian startups. In small startups. They have raised this much of funding with their innovation. Then you have so many technology and advancements are there, promising schemes run by government. You have an idea, like 24 schemes, 14 schemes. So just you need, that's all. Madam rightly said, you don't need money, you don't need facility, you don't need business, you don't need anything. What you may not have a solution. What we want is a good problem identification. That's all. Go to any incubator, you will get money. Dr. Rama Jyotish is here. We gave, for her 2 projects, we gave 2 fundings from our own incubator. She can use our lab, she can use only, just she came with an idea, we liked it, we gave 2 projects to her. One Startup India we gave, and then Nidhi Prayas we gave, one Genesis recently we gave. Only thing is you need to have. And Dilip is there, he's a student from IIT Guwahati. We are funding him now for his idea. So it need not be student, it can be anyone. Our youngest innovator is only 11-year-old boy. 11-year-old boy. Now he's 13, last 2 years, yes. I gave him a separate cabin, one hand laptop he wants. We gave him, he's working so many apps, some things. One day, afternoon, he's a 7th, 8th class boy, he's crying a lot. I thought some health issue. So I went to him, what happened? He says, uncle, I'm not happy. He said, what happened? Any health issue? He said, no, I'm already late. I should have been entrepreneur by now. I'm already 13 years, he's telling. See how the generation is thinking. 13-year-old boy says, already late for entrepreneurship. I should have been entrepreneur long back, he says. So like this, he is having so many ideas. So there is no age, there is no male, female. We have 60-year-old people, we have this thing. So like this. So as told by the registrar of the ISA just now, we are 39 rank now, improved from 81. Maybe we don't know how we will come, when we will come to the various sectors, e-commerce, health tech, fintech, ed tech, travel, logistics. These are all the things how for startups they are growing in various sectors. Every sector is so much, is only statistics. They are everywhere available in the Google any time that you do. And then we are largest ecosystem with 118 unicorns means it's having a business of more than $1 billion. 1 billion is almost 8,000 crores now. Okay, they play a big role. Employment, better GDP and new investments. Because once you have new idea, more investments will come. Dr. Vishwanathan will help us. We get more and more. Only thing is what we need is your good innovative idea. That's all. Start thinking. Thank you.
So we can have a few questions, but I was thinking that we can break up for tea, and then if what can have some questions.
So we'll finish and then I'll
Tea counter also.
yeah, I don't because my session was full of questions, I don't think they have anything else.
We can have one or two questions there, and then we written the password here for your, some of you are asking for Wi-Fi, so our IT resource person has written the internet Wi-Fi password, so you can. Right. Right. All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And the tea is being served in the room, which is just next. So when you exit, you take left, and then you will see T5. The tea is served there. Please have your tea there. And in case, what we will do, we will have a quick tea, and just to save time, we will start the introduction session after tea, so we know each other why we are here, and then we can break out for lunch, and then after that we have the second session from our guest of honor, Dr. Vishwanath. Right? Okay. Please. See the sir. Stop investment.
పంపిస్తాను అందరికీ వస్తుంది అందరికీ వస్తుంది రికార్డింగ్ వస్తుంది రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ వస్తుంది ఎవరికి వస్తుంది ఇవి ఆల్రెడీ కూడా ఇప్పుడు నాకు ఓపెన్గా ఉంటాయి అన్నమాట కంట్రోల్ సి రైట్
Sir.
ఎనీ టైమ్ ఇస్ can replace
4:15, na? So you leave around.
ठीक है ऐसा
Thank you. 4:15, na?
Yes, already.
One more year.
సార్ సార్ ఒకసారి చూడండి పీపీటీ ఇక్కడ సార్ ఒకసారి చెక్ చేసుకున్నాం పీపీటీ
Okay, sir.
మ్యూట్లో ఉంటుంది కదా ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఆపేదా
Camp out రేపు పాస్ చేసి పెట్టండి. I will ask Vasudha to come to meet you. Nirmala is not there. I wanted you to meet the students who won, but then I think we are in a very short schedule.
ఏమో నీది ఎందుకు రాదు పవర్? దానికి పవర్ రాలేదు కదా. ఇదేం ప్రాబ్లం? ఈ బేస్ ఏం ప్రాబ్లమా? నీ దీనికి కొన్ని బేస్ పవర్ది ఉంటే కరెక్ట్గా నీకు పవర్ది ఉంటే కరెక్ట్గా వస్తుంది. ఇట్స్ కమ్. ఏమైందో ఏమో పవర్ రాలా. ఓకే బట్ పవర్ నా ఏమైందో మదిలో ఈ వేళ. విజయ్ రికార్డింగ్ ఆపావు కదా? రికార్డింగ్ ఆపావు కదా?
thank you. And now we quickly move to the next session. And you had already had a few words with him, with Dr. Vishwanathan. He actually very well-known person. If you follow innovation and yeah. So what I was talking about that you have already heard another. He is also a mentor for our capacity building program on design and entrepreneurship, which is run by again MOE, and it is running in some 20 centrally funded higher education institutes. So he is one of the mentors for entrepreneurship, and he is a very well-known personality. If you follow innovation and entrepreneurship ecosystem, you would find more or less every second or third day him involved in some kind of activity which gets an attention that way. And so just to briefly I will talk about him. So thank you, Dr. Vishwanathan. He is our guest of honor, and he is right now the Vice President of IKP Knowledge Park. Now IKP Knowledge Park, if you have heard, Genome Valley in Hyderabad, this is the mother of the IKP Knowledge Park, and or the IKP Knowledge Park is Genome Valley. And he was one of the persons, he is involved from the beginning of it. And well-positioned ecosystem. Now IKP is, he can tell you better in terms of numbers, but I have visited once in Hyderabad. It is like as far as you can see that the IKP and big Laurus and all big pharmaceutical companies are incubated there. So it's the country's biggest bioincubator, and now they are also developing a more of a biomanufacturing park where more and more companies like so this is like a very directly supported by ICICI Bank and World Bank and many different banks. So that's the IKP in telling you in terms of its magnanimity or in terms of its breadth. And about Dr. Vishwanathan, so he has a strong focus on translating research from the lab to marketplace, and he's popularly known as Vishu in the professional circles also. So if you talk to him, they might not know his full name, but they will know Dr. Vishu, yes. So he's popularly known like that. And Dr. Vishu has been driving the force in biopharmaceutical development and innovation. He contributes to India's innovation ecosystem and are remarkable, particularly through leadership in the Biotech Ignition Grant Program of IKP, where they facilitated the funding of 194 researchers, each receiving a grant of 50 lakhs. And collectively enabling them to rise around astounding 960 crores. So the collective wealth was 960 crores with that Ignite grant. And his academic equally distinguished. He has earned his PhD from Indian Institute of Science in Bangalore, and then he followed by a Marie Curie Industrial Network Fellowship at University of Würzburg in Germany, and where he pioneered a commercially viable IL-4 purification method and developed stable chemical conjugation techniques using enzymatic methods. And his postdoctoral research in Jackie Wood Cancer Center in University of Dundee in UK, and where he delved into the DNA-protein interaction in cancer patients resistant to conventional therapies. And throughout his career, Dr. Vishu has demonstrated exceptional leadership in fostering biotech innovation and entrepreneurship. As the head of the Life Sciences Incubator at IKP Knowledge Valley, he has spearheaded numerous funding programs, including the Biotechnology India Grant, or the BIG grant, we all have heard about it, the Amrit Grant Challenge, the JanCare, CAWACH, and ICO Fund. And his efforts have empowered 350 scientists, clinicians, and early-stage startups, helping them raise over 1,100 crores so far, and successfully commercialize groundbreaking technologies. So please help me welcoming Dr. Vishwanathan, and thank you for
slide change.
Maybe you can introduce the IKP a bit.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you everyone, and thanks to Banu madam, I got extra half an hour to talk about journey of an incubation center, or if somebody is who is a student thinking about innovation. I just put whatever we spoke for 40 minutes using the example of a student thinking or doing an MSc project. From there, how to create the required data, to prepare for the presentation, how to make a product profile. So thanks madam. This is a very nice opportunity for me to speak about the journey of an incubation or an incubation center. You can think about anything, it's about facilitating the students. Sir, may I request you to please come here. And as I mentioned, this will be very informal, so don't hesitate to stop anywhere. We'll be happy to speak about those examples. But this is more like, several people in the break have asked, our institute want to apply, somebody asked. So just I put in the break few points so that, you can formulate this. It's very important, like how they made the product profile, you should also be able to convey it in a way that, they understand. Okay. So this is the topic given to me, falling in love with creating business ideas. So I am a scientist by training. I don't have any experience in business. So when I first came to India, IKP Knowledge Park is helping scientists, doctors, engineers to, idea to proof of concept establishing through various grants. So I thought I will take from there. The reason for putting, I just Googled very quickly what IKP has posted. Falling in love with problems, how we can think about problem as a means to the solution, right? The reason for putting this, these are all women scientists who received the 50 lakh grant funding, right? If you see in most places, the number of women will be very less, right? But in the population, they are 50%. So in anything we do, there should be minimum of 50% of women. So this is how actually you can address the problem, because they are the part of the solution. Many a times, they might have small needs. So when you are thinking or helping these people, if they have children, if they have something, if they have in-laws place, you have to think about accommodating those kind of things. So I just wanted to highlight, despite of all these things, they can do they have done. So you have to think about these things. Since we are talking about problems, we have to see how we can convert the problem into a solution. Okay, whenever somebody comes, if they're just getting married or if they're having kids, that need not be a negative thing. So it's a little, needs little extra effort, but we need to do it. Okay, so since I have to address about creating business ideas, I thought where I was not successful, this is my PhD program, so where I looked at DNA mismatch repair in Neisseria gonorrhea and Haemophilus influenza, and whenever there is a mismatch, there are some enzymes that recognize, that cut and cleave. So I will not get into the details. I just wanted to say, when solving this problem and cloning these enzymes, I always wanted to create an IP, intellectual property, but I couldn't do it. But during the process, I was able to go to Germany in a lab, work, develop. So this is not a business case. Mine is more like a how you can use your own problem statements to make your career. And during all these problems, I learnt at every place something. Whenever you see some problem, you can use it as an opportunity to develop a skill and go to the next level. And of course, last 7 years, I'm at IKP Knowledge Park. Here I help the scientists, doctors develop solutions. And we have various mentors. And also I want to mention that when somebody comes, in the beginning, they will not have the business knowledge, especially the science students. So you have to always find a mentor who can talk to them, instead of ruling out they don't have a business knowledge. So we have to. So this is this actually was one of our incubator, IKP Knowledge Parks. It's called a Think building, and various analytical facilities for scientists who come there and work. And this is our entrance, and these are all the scientists, 1870 or so, who received various grant programs. And all these grant programs, minimum requirement is graduation and Indian citizen. And if it is a company, it should be an Indian company. 51% should be held by the Indian company. So these are all the people who helped. As I mentioned, this is a 200-acre campus by the United Andhra government. That time, Chandrababu Naidu Garu was the CM. Combined state, United Andhra. And yeah, for last 25 years, we have helped various scientists through various programs. We also have a large campus where large companies are there. But I thought today I will be speaking about early stage people, and that is what our interest is. Just to put some numbers, since in the break everybody is asking what is IKP Knowledge Park. what you are doing. So in last 25 years, around 1870 startups, innovators, various people were supported, and large companies including. 90% of these are startups, very early stage companies. Only 10% are large companies that are in the park campus. And this is a 200-acre campus. Most important thing is, this is the part where, for a 118 crore that is given to all these researchers, startups, early stage people, they raised more than 4,000 crores. That means 35 times more money. So there is no equity owned by IKP in this. These are IKP's companies, supported by IKP is a not-for-profit company. So we don't take equity through grants. So grant means it is a support given to them to do de-risk, because they are leaving their career and coming and starting. So government started many of these programs. Yes. So again, another problem statement I just wanted to mention, that many of these companies are Indian companies. So these are when a student or a scientist they start, they will not be having global connect, but some of them grow, 2% of them go global. But large companies that come to the park, they already have, for example, company coming from Japan, Israel, US, they already have branches. So large companies, there is no problem, but small companies, they are just starting. So what we do, we actually reach out, and during this one, we actually had a very good chance to meet a professor from Copenhagen Business Schools, where the students come to work with the companies funded by IKP. So for example, a student team that received, let's say 1 or 2 crores and well at certain stage, the students from Copenhagen Business School come and spend 1 month with these companies to tell them about innovative business. So our problem statement is how to go global. So we were able to find solutions. So that's why I was mentioning from beginning, whenever there is a problem, you have to understand and use it to create the solution. Okay. So I just updated these slides, based on all the questions. So what can be done? It is coming. What to do? So various fellowship programs are there. All the slides from Dr. Ambarish or Dr. Banu. So you will get a high resolution PDF. you take photo, it will not come well. In these programs, they are called entrepreneur in residence, where the students or faculty who are getting into this is a full-time programs. So when you are receiving a 50 lakh grant, they expect that you work full-time. So this is mainly helpful for students who are thinking about these kind of things. So in this particular program, the students will receive 50,000 rupees per month for 5 lakh rupee grant. And let's say that they are interested in the healthcare. So they will be actually taken to rural hospitals where the real problem is. This is called immersion. So in the entrepreneurship in residence programs, the immersion, seeing where the problem, what is the problem, live is very important. You Google and do all those things, that is one part, but actually seeing and seeing what is the problem is more important. So when you have students, you should actually ask them to apply for these programs. They are and thanks to Ambarish and all those mentions about biotechnology ignition grant. So more than 1,000 students across India received from the government of India in this biotechnology ignition grant program, up to 50 lakhs for each innovation. So earlier it was purely idea based, but now they are also expecting little more because it's very highly competitive. So they look at feasibility, but we'll be happy to have a separate session, what are all the things that are required for those kind of grants. There are some talks in the YouTube, you can Google my name, or if your college or somebody is interested, that can be a separate 2-hour session. Our team will be very happy to interact. So the 50 lakhs, until now, any grant can apply and they are eligible. But from this year onwards, the call will be coming soon. The expectation that they should form the startup. Can you speak little loudly? Yes. So I have actually few examples of the renewable startups that received the grant. Yeah. So I have examples of healthcare. I also have renewable energy. Actually, the first example I will be talking is about the energy. This one is healthcare. Yes. So we have 20 minutes. We will go to the renewable, or maybe if they permit after lunch, we can talk about the renewable example. You are from? IIT Guwahati. Thank you. So this is a very interesting company, Dozy. This is actually designed initially to monitor how sleeping, what is the anxiety. Kids will go abroad in Andhra, and you will be very popular, right? Many of the kids will go in America, and they will ask father, go to doctor. Father will say, I am good. I don't. They don't want to spend 500. Whatever son sends, they will buy land or something, but they don't want to go to doctor. This is a real problem, because they are so much used to that, and going for a regular well-being checking and all is a very rare event, at least in my family. So initially that was designed. The person, the software engineer, or whoever is in US, can see how their parents are sleeping, how their health is. So this is a very simple. So it started like that. Sleep monitoring device by Mudit and Gaurav, founders of Dozy, amazing engineers. Google it. You have Wi-Fi. Dozy, DOZEE.IT. You can just Google Dozy, the company name will come. So this is a basically very simple belt you put below the bed. That's it. It will monitor everything. So that was the idea behind the initial thing. Chandrababu Naidu wearing, I am not aware, so I have not seen. No, I am saying I don't know, but I will take your word. So this is actually a belt. You don't have to wear anything. This will be the below the bed. Sleep monitoring, stress monitoring, we will go, what all it can monitor. Now this is there in multiple hospitals. So over the time, during COVID time, one minister wanted to open a 100-bed COVID ward during second wave. Minister announced, but where do you get the doctors? You can open a 100-bed hospital because minister wanted, but you also have to bring 10 doctors, nurses, all these people. So one hospital came to IKP, you work with innovators, and we have introduced this team. And being the program manager, I had their belt. I showed to the hospital owner, and they were so happy that, because ICU beds will take normal time, 1 month. If you pay the amount today, it will come after 1 month from Europe. During COVID time, it will not come, because they have to supply to the very first. During COVID time, these people have incorporated all these parameters: heart rate, respiration, oxygen saturation, BP, cardiac performance, snoring index, multiple things they have included, so that the bed with the belt is like an ICU bed. And most important thing, COVID time, doctors you can't create just because minister wants or somebody wants, but this belt, it can create a dashboard of the 100 patients who are in that ward. Out of those 100 patients who are admitted into this ward, who are these 2 people or 3 people? 100 may only 2 or 3 have a real problem. Rest of the people have anxiety that they have COVID, but there is no physiological problem. They have COVID, but there is no problem. There is no need for the doctor to attend to all the 100 people. So it has created a dashboard where it will tell, out of these 100 people who are sleeping on those beds have the problem. So the doctor will come and see only those 3 people. That's it. So basically, it didn't create doctors, but it saved the doctor's time. Amazing, right? So the hospital, 100 COVID patients are there, but it is telling the doctor who are those 3 that need to be seen immediately, and they will be referred. And government has a mechanism. 3 government can manage, but if 100 go to an hospital, government also during that time couldn't manage. So these students received a 345 crores funding. So just Google this company name, Dozy. They also started with that program which they were referring to, Biotechnology Ignition Grant. Yes, our friend from IIT Gauhati is asking, talk about renewable energy. Please. Sir?
SAR used to invest in that company, invested in share market.
Okay. So that's not yet listed, Dozy. Okay. We'll talk during the break time in those kind of things. Yeah. So I didn't get your name. Dilip. So Dilip asked IKP, and you are mentioning so many about healthcare. Can you talk about renewable energy? Some of these programs, they are life science based, in the sense that the application should have something to do with the lives, agriculture, environment, climate, water, energy. So something to do with the lives at some point is important, because most of the solutions are invented by the engineers. Though these are biology, the awardees are engineers. There is no restriction on where you are from. Where you are applying is more important. Okay. So what is the problem statement? The land is limiting here, and in many places when you use the land, you can't increase, right? If you are given 1 acre, it is only 1 acre. But Hyderabad has a solution. It's called unlimited spore. Earlier, only 2 floors, 3 floors. Now they make 30 floors. That's how they solve the land problem, but created traffic problem, water problem, because in that area 20 people can live. Now there are 2000 people are living. They need water, they need roads, but that is a separate thing. But we are going from a different angle. Very familiar, right? So, in earlier days, when you see many of these solar power fields, they are usually on the ground, and the grass goes and it covers. Yeah, they have invented machines to cut that, and sometimes grow sheep. Sheep will get shade and also grass. Sometimes they will also spoil that by moving, disturbing wires, and sometimes I have invented certain things that to clean these things. These are all different ways of making use, but still in none of these instances you can't use the land. Once the solar panel, that's why most of the time they will be in a places where the land cost is very low, or a desert area, or a complete hilly area where the land cannot be used for anything. Yes or no? Over water. Over water is certainly, they are not touching the land, but this is mainly where they are using the land. So the land that is used for solar cannot be used for anything else. So this student Lakshmi, how to make use of this one? Like, the problem is limited resource available, that is land. What can be done? So by increasing the height of the solar panel, can we do it? But it's very expensive. It's almost like building, right? You have to increase the height of the panels. But if you increase the and cover it, it is like a shed. Can farmer use? No. So they have actually, if you see the shade, instead of covering it completely, so they have given some gap, and this is a normal solar panel. Can you see the shade of this one? And this is a new one. Can you see any difference?
There is dark one.
Yes. This is completely dark, and here there is some light. So especially in summer, this is very good. Shade, so the temperature is less. So this sounded interesting. And you always need to generate data to support your claims. This is interesting, right? You can use the land and you can use it for farming. You can reduce the temperature, shade, but you have to test which are the crops you can grow. And then they have done various modelings, images, morning, evening, March, June, December, different months. Various simulations they have done for 365 days based on sun position, what is the light, what is the electricity produced. And in the end, they found that it's very much feasible. You can have those shades, and they have grown various crops like Totkora, Amaranthus, Palkora, black gram, green gram. They have grown like 40 plus types of crops under that. And this is the yield. So under the solar panel, open field. If in a normal field, if you are growing, let's say, you will 8 kg per a unit area. And in this 8.2, so there is no reduction in the yield of the crop. So whenever there is a shade, crop usually yield will go down, right? But under those solar panels, not only it didn't go down, it also was taking 15 to 20% less water. Do you know why? Because of the less transpiration. Thank you, some botany experts are there. So when there is a slight shade is there, the temperature below that is less and water is not so much. So they are using less water, and if you just go and see, they are actually producing. This is actually the specially designed solar panel, and this is a regular solar panel. So this is the current produced in the both. There is a video just for, I took a screenshot of the video and put the final result. You have to believe me. So it's interesting, right? They use 15% less water, they produce 20% more current, they have the entire land available for cultivation, and there is no change in the crop.
But what about the cost?
Cost. So if you have to buy a 1 acre land, how much it will cost here? So let's say that here, so here you are getting 1 acre for yourself, right? So if for somebody who is doing the farming, if they have to grow 1 acre land, they have to spend some money, right? So they can spend much less money to get that land. Yes. If you consider only in terms of solar panels, the cost is more for multiple reasons. Why? Simple unit economics. So presently, the traditional solar panels are very cheap now because everybody is putting on the roof, government is giving subsidies, a huge level of production is there. This is very new. Whenever something is new, the production volumes are less, the cost is initially high. But if everybody starts using, this will be slightly 5-10% more than the traditional ones. Initial cost is there. But to acquire the access to that land, somebody has to put it because they are getting that land, right? So they are not spending, I don't know, here when I was asking, whatever price they were saying about the land here is unaffordable. But by increasing the height, you can have access to these kind of things. Can you speak little loud so that others can hear?
Those panels are fixed permanently.
Yes.
If they are fixed permanently, you plow the ground with the help of tractors.
So that's why the height is so much. So they actually, professor from Agriculture University was involved.
Height-wise, what is the tractor passes through that between the panels?
So as you can see, that height is so much that tractor plus another operators also can go. But if you look at the crop growing here, you don't need tractor for cutting cabbage, right? Totkora harvesting, Palkora, all these can be done manually, and now there are equipment available that is less than 1 feet. So this is a different setup considering highest level of equipment to pass through, but not required. So you can actually have much less height of this one. So with increasing the height, there is a cost involved. So, as you can see that all these are amazing, right? There is no difference. Advantage, there is a 15% less water, there is a 20% extra electricity, and the crop is almost same. So from this, so there is support available. This girl, Dr. Lakshmi, she received the first 50 lakhs. She received more than 3 crore rupees in various grant programs, and whatever you have seen is actually in the Agriculture University. So if you are anybody from Agriculture University, if you are thinking, you can work with these kind of people to help your researchers, and this actually went for a publication. PhD students worked on various aspects. So whatever data points you have a thesis. So If somebody is working, just going back to that MSc students example, you can make these people part of these kind of projects, so they will also understand unit economics, finances, how it can be deployed. So one drawback, Dr. Srinivas, Banu garu mentioned about the cost. So now the cost is quite high. Unless the production goes to those kind of levels, it will not come down, it will take some time. So, whenever there is something innovative, initial costs are very high, just because of volumes. So, when you are producing something 10 units versus say 10 lakh units, there is a difference. That drawback is there. Any doubts on this example? Can you speak little loud? Programs? So, the program what they received, the funding of the first 50 lakhs is called Biotechnology Ignition Grant Program. As I mentioned, it is for healthcare, agriculture, environment, clean energy. So, she received from that program. If you type Biotechnology Ignition Grant, it will come. The name is Biotechnology Ignition Grant, but she received, right? Solar is renewable only, right? You are asking about renewable energy. Can you speak loudly? Okay. తెలుగా మీరు మాట్లాడండి, తెలుగులో మాట్లాడండి, అందరికి వస్తుంది కదా, మీరు తెలుగులోనే మాట్లాడండి, కానీ గట్టిగా మాట్లాడాలి. Okay, I am just trying to look for a place where we have some examples about green hydrogen. So actually these are some of the companies that are working on converting waste into energy using microbial consortia. You just Google for these companies. Always whenever you have some kind of things, you should think who are there, who are doing, what they are doing. There is no point in somebody else you do, they will have advantage, right, because you are just starting. So just Google for this company, and there is another company called Nutrace. They received decent funding. And if you are thinking about green hydrogen, first you should look in the market, who are there, what they are doing, and what you can do better than them. Otherwise, work with them. So we will be happy to talk more about these companies. This is also a very interesting company. In some of the restaurants in Bangalore and all, you see water bottles. The water is collected, from the air, and the bottle also it's given. So these are very simple things, but these scientists have developed the green hydrogen and converting the processing the wastewater and generating electricity using microbial consortia is not a simple thing, but they were able to make a business case, successfully produce commercially using those things. So please you can look at the slides which you will receive later on, and look into these companies. So morning we discussed about this company, and so we will talk about, we have another 10 minutes. So this is a very interesting company by a scientist who came back. He is working on material science. So anything that requires heating, exothermic or endothermic reaction, everybody is comfortable? They can actually create a controlled reaction, as simple as that. So, there are various problem statements. What you are seeing is here is called a neowarm blanket. If you see the neonatal deaths, neonatal mortality, for your information, South India is doing quite well in terms of reduction in the neonatal mortality. I think Andhra and Telangana are one of the best states in terms of reduction in the neonatal mortality. So latent heat to comfort or Parshodhana, these scientists, they have a very nice technology where a broad range of temperature. So this is actually already available technologies, and they have actually went over and over a 8-hour time you can have the reduced temperature. And most importantly, they are doing this temperature control using chemical means through oxidation. So that means if you open the package, the reaction will start and maintain the temperature. That's it. No heating, no electricity, no battery. And these neonatal deaths in certain states where the temperatures are low happen. You know, neonatal deaths reasons and all, premature babies, that means when they are born, like 3-4 weeks ahead of the expected time, premature babies, they die because of hypothermia. అంటే టెంపరేచర్ తక్కువకి ఎక్స్పోజ్ అవ్వడం వల్ల బేబీ ఇంటి దగ్గర నుంచి హాస్పిటల్కి వెళ్ళిన లోపు చనిపోతుంది. మెనీ టైమ్స్ వీ థింక్ ఇట్ ఈస్ బికాస్ ఆఫ్ మెడిసిన్, నథింగ్. ఏ ప్రిమెచ్యూర్ బేబీ exposed to low temperature die just because of hypothermia, because they are very sensitive, all the organs are not developed. The scientists have developed a very simple blanket actually. You just open that and put that below the blanket and use that blanket, and it maintains 37 degrees until they go to the hospital. Amazing, right? They have tested with 600 babies, and 600 babies, there is not even one death. Three governments have done the trial. They are doing now the trial with Orissa government. I am sure they will be doing more, because these heating systems, charging, all those are very complicated. But in this, so this will be in the ambulance. Whenever they have to take, they just open it and put it below the blanket. That's it. Amazing, right? And now in that blanket. So in that blanket, there is a very controlled reaction. Both those chemicals are there, not in the blanket, but in that packet which is put behind that. So the heat source and the baby are never touching. They are separate, and only the temperature is 37 degrees, just like an incubator. So it's just, what you are seeing is a folded blanket, and below the blanket, that pad is there. And in certain states, this is very important, the temperatures are very low. And in certain regions, during certain months, this is a big problem, in the winter months especially. So I would request you all to look at Parshodhana or latent heat in the Google, or I would request Banu madam to share all these slides with you. Happy to connect with those people actually who are working on these things. If you are part of government programs or anything, if you want to do any trials, or if your students are interested, we'll be very happy. And they also have developed perennial cold packs, and this company developed another very interesting product that's called very simple panty liner. In several tribal regions, many of the girl children, they drop from the school because of menstruation, especially in tribal areas and remote locations. And those girls children also use painkillers. Instead of going to a doctor or something, they will just buy the painkillers and use. It's a very serious problem, because in some places, and especially remote locations and all, menstruation and all these things are kind of taboo for discussing or taking a treatment. So what they have developed is a very simple panty liner that will give a warmth like 41 degrees kind of thing, 40, 41, and that warmth is more than sufficient to cure the pain. And they have done testing with various places. Amazing results. It is still there in the very advanced research stage. So what these scientists have looked at, the problem statement, wherever they can produce heat or cooling, they have developed a product. And most importantly, why I am talking, when the scientist came back, first he received a 10 lakh grant from IKP, and today they are supplying to Indian Army. So in Kashmir and certain regions, in extreme winters when the temperatures are below -10, battery operated heating is what is used. And as you know, the battery freezes at -10 or below that, and they are also very expensive, and that need to be charged. So many parameters, right? But in this, you just open it. When the temperature is -10, -20, -30, it works, because there is no battery to freeze. and it's a very simple chemical reaction. All it needs is an oxidation. So they have developed a controlled heating system using a very simple process. I am very happy to mention that the last order from the army is 8 crore rupees. So whatever 300 rupees unit is saving one life when the temperatures are extreme. Isn't it amazing? A very simple thing. So a battery operated heating which doesn't work in minus 20, a chemistry based, air based, everywhere air will be there, right? The minute you open, it starts working. And they are also in advanced trials with Indian Navy to produce a cooling solution. How many of you have been to a Navy ship or a warship or a ship? The decks will be very less height will be there. So whenever there is a fire accident or something, you don't have luxury of free movement, very restricted movement. With a fire suit and all, it's very difficult. So if there is a suit that is cool, they can easily bring, because to bring those soldiers out in those extreme temperatures, it's a challenging thing. So they have successfully done the trials, and maybe soon they will be receiving an order. And there is a program called IDEX, Innovations for Defense Excellence. They have received an award, and through that program they have started. So always you should look who can help, and from Ministry of Defense or Ministry of Healthcare, wherever, Ministry of Agriculture, whatever is your area of interest or your center's interest, can somebody from those areas come and help you, right? Yep. Thank you. We will discuss after the lunch, or we can discuss as we speak.
Sir, here.
Yes.
I have one question actually.
You have to tell your name first.
Dilip, sir. Dilip.
Dilip, I forgot, yeah. Dilip from IIT Gauhati.
Yeah. So, in my family relative, there is a guy. He's not undergraduate. He's studying third year now. So, he's working on the energy, renewable energy. So, like, that guy is eligible to apply for the ignition grant, ignition grant.
Biotechnology ignition grant, as I mentioned, from now onwards only the startups can apply. They need to have a company. You need to be part of company to apply.
See, the person, like, see, he's not a graduate, right? So, the person has to be graduate, or they should have a startup, isn't it?
No. At least the person who is applying need to be a graduate. So if there is a company, he may not be a graduate, but he has an idea, he has worked on something, there is some data available. Work with other graduates. He alone cannot make it happen, right?
Okay, got it.
So you need to form a team.
Got it.
And also in most of the programs, they look at the team. See, 50 lakhs if somebody is giving, that means they want to make sure that you can make it work. Okay, I will just take it that you all understood, and we will continue after the lunch then. Madam, we are almost on time.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your enlightening speech. And most probably I should not use the word speech, but it is I think you have learned what it is, right? Apart from examples, I think there is a lot to learn from people like Dr. Vishwanatham, because they work with a lot of people who are on the verge of innovations and converting innovations into business ideas. And this is where we usually fail. We think out of the box, but we think, is it possible? We question ourselves, and we just get into doubts, self-doubting. So when we speak to people like Vishwanatham, obviously we are motivated. Yeah, we can do this. Have you ever thought about a blanket is actually in incubation instead of fluctuations that happen in the power and all that?
And a lot of things are possible. Only thing is we are not looking at it, and maybe we can just give these kind of examples. Please carry these examples to your students and inspire them. That's what the role of the teachers ultimately. Very divine profession which we are all of us are into. So please carry forward all these kind of things to the desk of your student, and make sure at least one or two students are coming up with these ideas. Make them present in front of a group, and take a chance, and then just push them ahead. And then even if not money, at least we have lots of projects which will be discussed by one of our speaker. How many programs are there, how to apply for those programs. Government is initiating a lot of things, but we don't. So those things also we would like to inform you, and please come for the lunch, and this is a simple working lunch, so we are not going to sleep at 2 o'clock, right? Thank you so much. Oh yeah, sure, yeah.
I request you all to come here. Next time when I take permission that I am going to ISR or somewhere, I need to have some proof that I have worked, right? Yes. So I already saved the PDF of this on the computer. Please ask them. So you all find it useful? So we didn't make it formal intentionally. Madam told that they are coming from diverse things, so immediately I just changed the slides now. It's important that you are coming all the way. We should actually get something out of these 5 days. Very challenging. With my photo, my phone also is there. Yes. Okay. Wait. I will just change the slide. I spoke twice, right? Yeah. Take one more. The background is changed. Thank you.
One more, Ambrish.
Come. Thank you.